We're back. 5 minutes is up. Okay. So this is now part 3 of this MusicMan's StingRay bass service. We're gonna do some repair work on the frets. Now we just service the nut. So this is the tape I put there to protect the finish. We don't need it anymore. We are going to try to save the strings. This is new, so the strings are new. And now we'll file the fret ends. They are a little bit sharp. Now, I did show this already in part 1, but I might as well show it again. They're all sharp a little bit. And here is one of them. So you can see it's sticking out, right? Not much, but I can feel it. This is another one. Again, we have a little bit of fret sprout. Now, as I recall, the customer told me that it doesn't bother him, but, you know, we do it anyway. I'm going to put this camera here. I think this is probably going to be a short live stream because I'll just do the fret ends and nothing else. And then we'll do a setup. So I'm streaming part 3 right now. Oh, and I don't think I sent a text message to the customer. So let me copy the link. Did I? Or did I forget? I think I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So here it is. And that's it. So yeah, you are watching Guitar Quackery live. This is a live streaming service. The customers watch me as I work on their guitars and basses. You can subscribe to this channel if you like to watch live streams, I guess. There's another Guitar Quackery channel called Guitar Quackery without the word live in its title. So if you prefer produced content, the other channel might be better for you. I don't upload too frequently on the other channel. It takes a while. Okay. So here we have this. So I will do this with the strings on, okay? The strings are not gonna damage the frets, right? The frets and the strings kind of always go together. This is the file. And I will do one little section at a time. So I can feel when it's grabbing the metal. Yeah, already feels better. And this particular file, this pattern, it's a fine file. It just kind of skids over the wood. So as soon as it hits the surface, I can feel the difference. Here, obviously, I need to protect the bass. So, as you can see, I'm not going up and down the entire neck. I like to control it better, like this. All right. It's an expensive instrument, so I need to focus on my work. Like that. This feels much better. There's a little bit, I can feel a little protrusion here. Okay. Obviously, I can't show you on camera exactly what I feel, but I think you can understand. Basically, I want to feel nothing. I want to feel just the smoothness. Sometimes when you do this, you produce sharp corners, but these are rolled a little bit. So I'm really only hitting the part that's on the side in this case. So only the fret tangs are protruding, not the crowns. Okay. And I'm changing the position of the file, obviously, because this is a curved surface. Okay. Now I am surprised to see fret sprout. Kind of, you know, because it's a roasted maple neck. So I think only the ebony shrunk, right? The roasted maple couldn't shrink. So once we fix this, I think it'll be good for life. These are stainless steel frets. I like this. Okay. So now I'm just gonna put it like this. And work on this side. And I'm getting a really smooth surface, so I don't think any sanding will be needed in this case. I'm not even hitting, like I said, I'm not even hitting the crowns. I'm just hitting the tangs. That's the part that's inside of the wood. Because the very edge is slightly rolled, and the fret crowns, the ends of the crowns are also a little bit rolled. So they're kind of beneath the surface. Okay. Here I put my thumb like this here so that I don't hit the finish. And I don't want to do long strokes here. I just want to focus my attention on this little spot. Feels much better. Okay. So this is already feeling like the file is just skidding, but it's still grabbing a little bit on these frets. I know that some people put tape when they do this, but well, tape has a certain thickness, so I never tried with tape. I don't think that would work. I can see little sparkly pieces of metal on my shirt. Okay. Now I'm just going over very lightly. It's basically smoothing out, almost like polishing, but it's already very, very smooth. Yeah. I think we're done with this. Okay, next thing I'll do is I will remove the tape. I'm sorry, not the tape. The film, this protective film from the pick guard, because that's gonna look terrible in a few months. Yeah, I have this tool that's plastic. So these screws are not holding the film because they're countersunk. So there's already space around them. So if you don't remove this, it fuses to the plastic eventually. And then it's impossible to remove it if you wait too long. Okay, so this looks much better. And yeah, so this was a 20-minute long live stream. Should I just continue with the setup? I was going to do a separate live stream for the rest of the setup, but now I'm just thinking maybe we should just wrap it up. What do you think? Okay, so 2 people are watching as we speak. Yeah, so this wasn't too long, so I think I can just continue with the setup. Just want to make sure it's all good. Yeah. So we want to lubricate the nut. I'm going to use this lubricant. I'll show you. This is the Music Nomad tune-it. And these are the kind of applicators, Q-tips. So it's a Teflon-based lubricant. Just a little bit is enough. And we just remove the string. And apply some lubricant. Okay, now we move over to the A string, and we do the same thing. There's really no need to put too much. There you go. Oh, I forgot to put this here. This is all the same, right? I just... Okay, just go like this, and one more string. So you can see there's a witness point here at the front, not at the back. That's exactly, there's too much lubricant now. It's okay, just. Okay, and now the nut's been lubricated. That's, you know, always a good idea. It's part of a setup, part of guitar maintenance. And I really like this lubricant. The Daria makes a similar. They're both good, honestly. I don't think you're ever going to notice a difference in the way the guitar stays in tune, right? That's the idea. All right. Now, we're going to adjust the truss rod. I think I already adjusted it when the customer brought it in. I seem to remember that I already made an adjustment. So it's a spokes wheel here. Oh, if I remember correctly, I think it came with its own tool. Let me see. This is the case. Did it come with its own tool? I think so. It's just a nice little bag. Yeah, I do remember correctly. Okay, so this is the tool that it came with. All right. And this goes right here, like that. Okay, so it has a handle. I have this. It's the same thing. This is a little stronger, I guess. Maybe I should get one. And now let's measure the relief. So we do have a differential relief, and I think I already adjusted it. I think it's 8 1/1000 of an inch here, and if I recall, like 13 or something here. I think I already adjusted it. Eight. Oh, now it's 11. Okay. No, hold on, something's off. We need to tighten it. It is a bit stiff. I'm not sure how much they lubricated it. So that's 8. 11 does not pass. 8 passes. Let me see what we got here. I don't have a feeler gauge between 8 and 11. So this is now 11 here. It's passing. 12. 13. 14 isn't. So I want to tighten it just a little bit more. So we had 13, right? So 13 is no longer passing. 12 is no longer passing. 11 should be passing. So I tightened it too much. Okay. I want to have at least 11 on the base side. I know I have a differential relief here, but we want to have at least 11, maybe even 12. Eleven is passing. 12 is, yeah, is rubbing. 13 isn't. Okay, you can see 13 when I Oh, it's passing now. So let's just adjust it. It's confusing me a little bit. Why is 13 now passing? Is 14 passing? No. It depends where I try to hit it from. But 13 is. Yeah, let it settle. I mean, I can kind of, here it doesn't want to pass, and then if I hit it from here, it does. So just a little more, maybe. Okay. Now it's definitely not passing. 12 is. Okay. I like it like that. Now let's do this side. So 12 is not going to pass. 11 shouldn't. And 8 could pass, maybe. Yeah, it does. So we don't know if it's 8, 9, or 10. I just know that 11 isn't passing, right? And 8 is. And we got 12 here, 12, and anywhere between 8, 9, or 10 here. And that's good. That's a good relief. So now the relief is fine. So we adjusted the nut, we adjusted the relief. Gotta put this away. And I want to put this away as well. I'm not sure if I was showing the wrong camera. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. Okay. So I want to measure the radius. I don't know, 12 maybe? So these are radius gauges. I'm going to take this one, 12. Now this is more, this is less than 12. Let me see the board first. That's a 12-inch radius gauge. Oh, it is 12. And now let's go over one of the frets. It's a little more radiused. See, I can enter here. But that's basically meant to be a 12-inch radius fingerboard. Let's try another fret. How about this one? Well, looks like it's a little bit over radiused. I wonder what the spec sheet says. And I wonder if maybe a 10-inch radius is closer. So it isn't a 10-inch because here I can put the feeler gauge in the middle, although it doesn't fit on the sides. So now, is it closer to 10 or closer to 12? I'd like to see the spec sheet. Just look it up online. MusicMan StingRay Tim. What's his name again? It's a limited edition. Commerford. Sorry, I don't know who that is. Okay. Scale is 30. Really? Is that so? No, it's a 34-inch scale. So what's specs? Here's a short scale. So there's a short scale version. Full scale, passive. Okay. Okay, so let's see the full scale. Frets. Neck radius, 11-inch. Man. Okay, 11-inch radius. Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense now, right? That's what we're seeing. So it isn't 12, it isn't 10. It's 11. Okay. So it's 11. Okay, so I will adjust the height of the strings. First the G, and then next the E string, and then, well, let's see where it's at. "11-inch radius." They just had to come up with something that's different. So the height is way higher than it should be, for sure. And we are going to have to tilt the neck, for sure. So this what so the height is too high on both sides, right? So if I lower it, here there are some I don't know if these are supposed to be mutes or something. I don't think it's supposed to be muted, right? So if I lower the saddles, the string is going to touch the mutes. Here there's something to turn. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to do. Oh, see, I do see. Okay, so it's spring loaded, but it's all the way down. So when you turn it, the mute can be raised and touch the string. Look at that. That's interesting. I've never seen this type of Okay, so I recorded a review segment for the main channel. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. It's 34-inch, yeah. They have adjustable mutes, yeah. Yeah, the string height, YT Party Tonight says even from here the string height looks way high. Yeah, I just didn't know how much adjustment I had at the saddles, so I need to shim the neck. So I recorded a segment for the main channel. And now I need to add this thing. I didn't know about the mutes. I mean, I did see them. I didn't really think much. Okay. So let me start the recording now. Okay. Sorry, guys. I now realize I had the wrong camera when I was looking at the screen there. Okay, I'm tired, and you know, I'm not paying attention to which camera I'm showing. So now I need to make a recording for the main channel for the review, right, of this bass. It has adjustable mutes, and we can see them here. Those are the mutes, and the way you adjust them is by turning these. So they're spring loaded, and now the string is muted. You need to adjust each one separately. So perhaps not the most practical design. It reminds me of a Rickenbacker. Okay, thank you. That was the recording for, you know, for the review. All right, but what I'm saying here is that there's not much space, right? So if I lower the strings, if I lower the saddles, they're going to be muted. So the way to deal with this, obviously, is to tilt the neck. And yes, YT Party Tonight said the strings look high. They do, especially this one. So let me put these aside. Okay, like that. So we need to remove the neck and shim it. Here it is. All right, no big deal. I do it all the time. I wish it had a micro tilt adjustment, but it doesn't. I'm just looking at the neck pocket, if it's snug. All right, let's put a capo here. Where are we? Here, this camera. I'm going to put this capo here. The frets are already polished like mirrors. Okay. Okay, it's not very interesting. Well, I'm happy to see that the holes through the body aren't tight, like we see on a fender. So there's a short scale version, huh? I didn't know that. Might as well clean it now that the plate is off, because now I can clean under the plate. Not that there's much to be cleaned. Okay, this way I can clean here, right? So they have these holes here, but they didn't think to put like a micro tilt adjustment. I don't know. Okay. So again, I just got to be very careful with this because this finish is like this, right? Just gonna put some sandpaper here. I keep it here. Those are leftovers. Just like that. Now that spoke wheel is in the way. You know what? This capo is just in the way as well. Sorry, this is slow, I know. Yeah, a bass is a long neck instrument, right? So I don't want to bump the neck into anything, so I'd rather move slow. Especially because I know I'm being watched by 4 people. So the action is high, and the saddles are really close to the mutes. I think I'm going to put 2 layers. Yeah. So here's 1 layer. I just cut around it. And then next layer, kind of halfway through, maybe like that. Just like that. And if it's too much, I'll just remove 1 layer. I'd rather be doing that than setting up another time to cut this thing. All right. I mean, the frets are so shiny already, I don't even know if I should. Let me see if it makes a difference. I'll give it a buff. So will this fit? Well, this was going to be a natural. Look at that. And I guess they changed it. I want to show you this. I think that's what it means. Oops. So we're looking at the neck pocket. It says, I think this means natural, right? I think it was going to be a natural. And then they decided to spray it. So, what does this mean? It means that it was a good piece of wood, I guess, if they initially wanted to make it into a natural, I would imagine. So this is not going to fit because we have a compensated nut. So the compensated nut is moved towards the bridge a little bit. So that space between the nut and the first fret is smaller than usual. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Where? Okay, not this one. No, it has to be that one. Okay, no problem. Okay. Let's see if it makes a difference. They already buffed the frets. They look good. So Whitey Party Tonight says, the bridge and the mute assembly is classic standard design for StingRay since the late 70s. The mutes are somewhat like Rickenbacker or Fender Jazz 1960s to 63-ish. Okay, thank you. Brian Smith says, hey, been away a while. Glad to be watching the doctor at work again. Thank you, doctor. Okay. Okay. New wheel. I honestly don't know how much of a difference it makes. Let's see. Man, I don't know. But we're doing it, so I don't know. Can you tell the difference? I can't. It's not going to hurt, so let's just do it. It's a new buffing wheel, so it's absorbing a little more. All right. I have other guitars to work on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay late, or maybe I should just edit the review video of this bass and post it on the main channel tonight. Yeah, I've never seen these mutes. I don't know, never come across them. I've seen the Rickenbacker mutes. I'm not even sure there's a difference. it's not easy to live stream from the repair shop, because now I gotta talk. I don't really always feel like talking. And I am by myself here, so I am talking to, you know, just the camera, I guess. I mean, I know people are listening. What, 5 people, I think? 6? I wonder why they do 11-inch radius. Just to be different, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's a little difference between these frets and the rest of them. I don't know. It's really good fret work. Nice and tight. I think they're glued in, no gaps. They're a little. The reason why I think they're glued in is because they are a little more radius than the board, right? But there are no gaps, so I would imagine there's a little bit of glue there. So that's good. They're nice and tight. So one of my these things, I have 3, right? One of them broke last time during a live stream, and they've been discontinued. So I ordered a different style. Let's see if it's better. These have that annoying micro USB, you know, port at the back. The new one I ordered has a USB-C, so I guess that's better. Although I think that the lightning cable, right? USB lightning, is that what it's called? I think that's the most robust one for something you're going to be constantly plugging and unplugging. I don't really trust the USB-C. It's got a whole bunch of micro components inside. Some guitars have this micro or mini or micro USB, whatever it's called, like that Acoustasonic. So they put something like this on a guitar. It's stupid, right? Okay. Sorry, friends, I don't know what to talk about. I'm not inspired. There's just, you know, how many times can I explain how to polish frets? Mm-hmm. 2, 4, 6 more. I've worked on StingRay basses. I don't remember seeing those mutes before. So I guess I never worked on one with the mutes. I had a meeting today with my YouTube consultant. Yeah, I had a meeting with her yesterday as well. And so looking at the retention graphs for the videos, it's like within, you know, a few seconds on every video, I lose, I don't know, 60 to 70 to 80% of viewers, you know, within like the 30, 40 seconds. So I have a theory. I think the graph really doesn't show the performance of the video. I think the graph, you know, the retention graph shows the attention span of the general population. Because when I click on a video, I want to watch it, I give it more than 30 or 40 seconds. Because I know that most videos are not produced by production companies. So, and obviously, Everyone knows that. So you can't expect the content to be so tightly edited that you're going to get within 30 seconds enough information to know if you're going to watch the video. And I have another theory as well. So now, when we hover over videos, just when we move our mouse or when we scroll on the phone, the videos just start playing for a few seconds. And I see that those show up in my viewing history. And I never viewed the videos, right? I just hovered the mouse over. So if they show up in the viewing history, in my viewing history, so I think that when people just move their cursors over my videos, it probably logs that as watch time, a few seconds of watch time. So it generates those graphs that show a decline right at the beginning. And I think that's just a false metric because of that. So why would the YouTube, the best brains in the world, right, design it like that? Well, the best engineers in the world also designed this. This is how you charge a mouse. So, yeah. That's my theory. So, a lot of YouTube, you know, those people on YouTube that kind of like tell you how to optimize your videos, they tell you how much it's important to have a good retention at the beginning, the first 30 seconds. Oh, you got to have 80%, blah, blah, blah. But they never show you their retention graphs. They show you other metrics. So, I don't know. That's suspicious. And I just wonder if they really have the retention that they claim to have, if they don't show you the metrics for the retention. So she was saying that she doesn't agree with me, well, which is fine. But no matter what I do, I get the same poor retention on every single video, even the videos that are the best performing videos. So I think, I don't know, I think it's the same for all channels. I just have a feeling. Oh, I lost my switcher here. Why is that? It just went dark. I don't know. So this one says 7 of 50. I wonder if it says 7 of 50 in the neck pocket. Well, let's look again. Now I'm just curious. Or if it says 7 of 50 on the neck. I did cover this, but I didn't notice that it said it. $217, then 39. No. All right. It doesn't say it. So this is, in fact, a super good neck. I mean, look at the wood grain. This is right in the middle, dead center here. Right? So for a flat sawn piece of wood, this can't get any better. I don't know if they're all like that or just this one. Okay, where to put the screwdriver? Here. Okay, so I always go counterclockwise first until it clicks here. Okay. Let's make sure it's seated. Okay. We'll be done soon. It doesn't need oiling. Yeah. I don't think a fingerboard should be oiled every single time, right? But look at that. A bunch of chat messages here. Okay. Oh, a rubbish guitar bloke is here. Hello. Funk Fried. I've never seen mutes on any other Stingrays before as well. Yeah. I don't work on StingRay bases that often. Okay, we're gonna have to raise the saddles, which is exactly what I wanted. Raise them just a little bit, because they are kind of almost all the way down. So okay, so friends, I'm not very talkative today. I don't know. It's, you know, it's a day like this. I don't know what to talk about sometimes. You know, there are some people that just talk and talk and they can't shut up. I'm not like that. So I need to start preparing topics for these whatchamacallit, live streams, right? Because you know, I can't always just be explaining, narrating my work. It's going to get boring. So I need to think about the future of this channel. Does this channel have a future? Well, we'll see. I do enjoy doing it. I mean, it's if this really is the first live streaming channel, I mean, a live streaming guitar repair channel, you know, that's something to be happy about. Now I gotta find the right size. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. Ah, I think I hit it. So this seems to be 1.5 millimeters. Is it? Well, I don't like the way this one feels. So it did come with this, but you know, I have these, all sizes. So this is 1/16, but this is stuck. Come on. Look at that. Okay, now it moved. And this one, look, you can see how much force I'm putting. Okay. This is, look, it's bending, right? So how is that? So it was just maxed out. That's what I said, right? It's just like the saddles are almost all the way down. Look at that. What about this one? Okay, this one's good. Yeah, so the setup isn't fabulous. That's 1/16. Okay. Is that the size? Yeah. Okay, so I don't need to use this. Okay. Let's put the string back. So sometimes I get confused which camera you're looking at because I have a multi-screen here and sometimes I'm not paying attention as much as I should. So I need to reply to a text message very quickly here. So I'm going to raise them a little higher than I think they should be, and then lower them. Oh, I see. So the tuning posts are conical. I never noticed that before on any bases. It's interesting. So we're keeping the old strings because they are new strings. Okay. Now let's check the action and adjust it. I think the customer said low action. I never heard that request before. So this is good because now it allows me to just have this distance between the mute and the string. and I hope it's enough. It's very close to the mute, but there's still a gap. Okay. So look at that. All right, so this is completely loose, right? So this is all the way down on this side. Here, now it's all the way down. So let's see what we get when it's all the way down. $79 1/1000 of an inch. I mean 78, something like that. And that's an estimate, you know, because it's not quite 80. So, all right. So let's say if I just tighten just a little bit. So now there's a little pressure on the saddle. And now it's 80. So this is where I want it to be. I know that some players like it lower. And if this customer wants it lower, we're going to have to shame the neck even more. So, but now it's basically all the way down with maybe like just a slight turn to put a little pressure down on the two screws. So now let's see what we get here on the low E. So right now it's at about 120. I want it at about 100. Okay. It's slightly above 100. Now, the string will settle. Like this thick string does have a little bit of arching here, always, right? So, well, now it's at 100. Okay, I just adjusted it. Let me see if I got enough. Okay, let's leave it at that. And now let's lower the other two strings, see what we got. It is between 12 and 10 inch radius, right? It's 11, so I'll use the 10-inch radius gauge and then go a little bit lower. Okay, now it's hitting the 10-inch radius. It's hitting the 10-inch radius now. We want to go a little lower, right? Because we have an 11-inch. radius fretboard. So now I'll just use the 12-inch radius gauge and approach it, but not touch it. So if I pull up, it's touching it. So that's bending these two strings, right? So that's going to be about 11, close enough. Maybe I went too low. Yeah, so if I pull up a little bit, it's rattling against the 12-inch radius in the middle, right? So I think we're good. We're about 11-inch on the bridge. Let's set up the intonation. Somebody's texting me from Cuba. I don't know. I'll get back to this guy later. I don't know. All right, intonation, right? Through the audio interface. So, no such thing as too low action. Wow. I gotta read everything to get a context on this one. But okay, hold on. I need to finish the job. So, GarageBand. Where is it? Here. All right. So, 5 of you watching. Excellent. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I know this is not a fabulous live stream today. One of those days, okay. Yeah, I'm going to start. Well, let me finish this and then I'll talk a little more, okay? So what do we need here? Small Phillips. And yeah, it's making me a bit nervous to have this here. Okay. This one. Yeah. Let's make sure. Yeah, that's the one. Cool. So I'll show you my phone in a minute, and then I'll share something, an idea. Oh, I don't think that I turned on the sound for you. So here's a button. So now you should be able to hear the bass, I think. Okay. So the GarageBand tuner is so precise, it doesn't commit. That drives me nuts sometimes. And what also is just a little difficult on this bridge is because of this cover. I always need to put it down and look so that I can hit the screw in the right place. Because I do want to adjust this in playing position. And sorry, I know you don't see the tuner. I see it right here. Still a bit sharp. So, you know, what can we say? The setup wasn't that great from the factory. So the saddles were all the way down. The strings were too high because the neck needed a tilt. Not quite what we want from this, right? I think, to be fair. Okay, this is good. This is right on. So I've been thinking about the channels that I want to do. So I want Guitar Quackery to be known as consumer advocate. So I don't know if that's going to create conflicts with potential sponsors. My advisor says no. This one's right on. My consultant. I forgot to ask her if I can reveal her name. I need to ask her. I'll send her a text message. I'm sure she'd be fine with it. She's really smart. So I spoke with my consultant, right, YouTube consultant. I can't ask too much of her, right, because she really was hired to help with a channel, as in one channel. And I want to do a network of channels. So I don't need her help with this channel, which is Guitar Quackery Live. I'm not really going to optimize it. I'm not going to put much effort into optimizing it. I will just let it do its thing. Eventually, it'll get monetized, and that's fine. I will not be running ads on live streams. So this is it now with intonation. Now let me turn off the sound and quit GarageBand. All right, so I will not be running ads on live streams. I don't even know how you could do that. Can you? I don't know. I will let ads play on replays. People can skip them, right? Now, will I ever get sponsors for this channel? I don't know. Probably not. Now, the main channel is more like my pet project. So I want to just edit videos and do kind of what I want. But I do want to monetize on YouTube in a better sense, right? So I'm going to start this Guitar Quackery business channel. And I believe that business channels are monetizable. So I hope to get sponsors that have nothing to do with the guitar industry. So we'll see, because it's going to be a business channel, right? So maybe. And that way I can speak openly about the products that come out of guitar factories, etc. Right? Because I won't be biased. Maybe, right? I'll try. That's my goal. Because I think in the long run, it might be better that way. It might be, you know, harder to get monetized and all, but it might be better that way. I'm not a bass player, but yeah. We'll make an appointment. So if the action needs to go lower, I mean, I really like it this way. It's like much better than it was. This is exactly where I like it. Now, if it needs to go lower, this is really close to that mute. I mean, there is a space. I can see a space. Yeah, I see light go through. Yeah. I see the light. Okay, so the only way the action can go lower is if we shim the neck a little more and tilt it, which is possible. This is a guitar amplifier. I can raise the pickup a little bit. I don't spend much time. I want it to be parallel with the string. I'm kind of fretting the string here as well. It's a fun circuit, I gotta admit. Yeah, it's got all these sounds. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now let me show you. So for the business channel, look at that. Oh, sorry. Topics. So Guitar Quackery business topics. So I just want to show you that I do in fact have plenty of ideas. Look at that. Those are each line is a topic. So all this I wrote in just you know, a few days. So I'm going to start. This is in my notes, right? I'm going to start another folder, or is it file? Whatever. For ideas for the live streams. So topics. So I'll try to think of topics and write them down. So next time I'm live streaming, I can just pick one of the topics and just talk about that instead of narrating the work all the time. Okay. So we're done with this. What time is it? Midnight. It's past midnight. It's already tomorrow. 1 minute past midnight. Okay, kids. It's bedtime. You can lower the mutes as well. Well, yeah, I lowered the mutes all the way down. They're all the way down. They don't go any lower. Now, what I did notice is that the mutes aren't radiused. So it's foam. It's a piece of foam. They're all of the same thickness. So, again, it's just those little things, right, that they don't think of, right? So now when you lower them all the way down, and this mute is really close to the G string, but there's, you know, I can see a gap, right? It works. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I'm going to try to think of topics to talk about during the live streams. Maybe that'll make it more interesting. All right, now let me look at my workload. Let me see. So this one is done. Where is that? Work completed. Boom. Okay. I have like a QR code on my repair orders. So the customer takes a printout. There's a QR code. They can scan the QR code, and if I remember to change the status in the POS system, it'll show. But it's kind of redundant because I do text my customers when I work, and you know, now some of them are being live streamed as well, so they get a text message like this one. Yeah, so let me see. So the same customer has a jazz bass here, but I'm waiting on parts. And then there's a Gibson SG next. Level crown and polish. I am not going to be doing that tonight. And then that same customer has a Telecaster, and the customer ordered some parts. So I'm not going to be doing that tonight. Then we have a Martin DM, which I'm rehumidifying. So I showed that guitar, was it last night or 2 days ago? I need to look at it. And then we have another level crown and polish. I'm not going to do that tonight. And then we have a Gibson Les Paul Classic. fret dressing and setup. I'm tempted, but it's already past midnight. Let me see. Do I really need to do this tonight? Oh, and I was fixing the tuning machine knob for that PRS earlier, and this looks good. Yeah, I don't know if you watched that other live stream, but here is the tuning machine knob. Even better this way. All right, let me put the switcher back on. Okay, where are we? So I had to do this. This is epoxy. And now I need to pull this out. Hopefully it's going to come out. It should. So, yeah. See, that's tape at the bottom there. Masking tape. So how can I pull this out now? Maybe with a feeler gauge? Maybe this one? Yeah, so I'll just keep inserting feeler gauges. And you see how this is, there's a bigger gap here, so then I can just go around. Because I don't want to take pliers or anything. That's going to damage this bushing, right? But I can do this. So that's 4 1,000s. So now next one is 5 1,000s. It'll come out. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to take this home. At home in my basement, I have a fabrication shop. Six 1,000s. This should work, right? I think it's coming out. Next one is 8 1,000s. Here. Oh, come on. 11 1,000s. So it is slowly coming out. I think this will be a really good repair. See, why am I doing this now? I should be streaming this on the other playlist. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Okay, so friends, I think I will log on again for another few minutes so that I can do this on the other playlist, unless I can just pull it out now. It seems like I can just pull it out. Here it is. Okay, it came out. Okay, I can show you. It came out. So now that is a piece of masking tape inside. Do I need to pull it out? I don't think so. Should I try? Okay, which way is it? This way, right? Okay, that's it. So now I will let this cure for, I'm just going to let it cure for 2 days, and then I will drill a hole through for the screw, and then like a recessed area for the head of the screw. Not really a countersink thing. And then this will be just epoxied inside. Oh yeah, but I need to also cut some grooves on the inside. Okay, so I'll do that next time. Okay, I'm happy with this. This came out okay. So I think I'll take it home tonight. And that's it. That's for the PRS. Okay, friends. So no more streaming tonight. Fly spaghetti. Is that a pearlzoid tuning peg headpiece? I think so. Pearloid, right? No. I think this is supposed to be a plastic ivory, I think. Like if you look at it, right? It's supposed to look like ivory, I guess. It's plastic, right? So pearl looks different, right? Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, my friends, that's it. Poly okay. Poly okay. Is that a question? Is that a question or a statement? Yeah, like ivory. Yeah. So, you know, I'm kind of tempted to maybe shim the neck a little more. I'll see what the customer says. I mean, there is a space, there's a gap. So technically it's okay. I'm just not like really happy with the fact that the saddle is almost all the way down. I mean, I just turned the two screws a little bit to engage them, and I got the string to be at 81 thousandths of an inch with this neck relief, right, that we set up. So let's see what the customer says. Okay, my friends, that's it. So please come back if you like this kind of content on YouTube. And if you don't, well, you know, there's other channels. What can I tell you? All right. Thank you and good night.